Sweden's new fighter jet could be the end of Russia's air reign. For years, Russia has held the title of having one of the most formidable air forces in the world and relied on its superior air force to maintain a stronghold in global military power. But Sweden's cutting-edge JAS-39 Gripen, with its stealth tech and unheard-of agility, is challenging and shaking up that long-standing supremacy and balance of power in ways no one expected. What makes this Swedish fighter so innovative? How will it challenge Russia's military might in the skies? Join us as we uncover the secrets behind Sweden's new fighter jet, a game changer that has left Russia on edge. Sweden, known for peace and neutrality, has just pulled the wraps off a brand new fighter jet, shocking Russia's defense establishment. Its new fighter, the JAS-39 Gripen, is equipped with advanced technology, next-generation stealth capability, and unprecedented agility, proving that Sweden is not just a tiny Nordic nation, but one of the more modern faces of war. The development of the Gripen began in the late 1970s, when Sweden faced a big challenge. Its aging fighter jets, the Saab 35 Draken and Saab 37 Viggen, were becoming outdated. The Swedish Air Force needed a fast, affordable aircraft capable of reaching Mach 2, but that wasn't all. It had to operate from short, makeshift runways, just 800 meters long and 17 meters wide, part of Sweden's BAS-90 defense system. If war ever broke out, these hidden airstrips would allow Swedish pilots to take off and land even if significant air bases were destroyed. The new fighter had to be smaller than the Viggen, but just as powerful, carrying weapons and fuel without losing performance. Swedish engineers explored several options. One was the Saab 38, or B3LA, designed as a trainer and attack jet. Another was the A-20, an advanced version of the Viggen that could handle multiple missions, from air combat to reconnaissance over the sea. Sweden also studied foreign fighters like the American F-16, F/A-18, and F-20 Tiger Shark, as well as the French Mirage 2000. But in the end, Sweden chose to develop its own fighter. The vision for this new jet was ambitious. It needed to handle air-to-air combat, strike ground targets, and perform reconnaissance missions, all in the same flight. This concept, called JAS, meant that the aircraft had to be highly versatile. Saab proposed several designs, and after careful review, one stood out. Known initially as Project 2105, it later evolved into Project 2108, and finally Project 2110, the blueprint for what would become Sweden's most advanced fighter. To bring this vision to life, a powerful team of Swedish companies joined forces. Saab Scania, LM Ericsson, Volvo Flygmotor, and Svenska Radioaktiebolaget formed Industrigruppen JAS, pooling their expertise. The design they settled on was sleek, lightweight, and highly advanced. It had a single engine, an aerodynamically unstable frame for greater agility, and a cutting-edge fly-by-wire control system. The engine chosen was the Volvo Flygmotor RM12, a Swedish version of the American General Electric F404, designed to be powerful yet lightweight. In June 1982, Sweden's government gave the green light, approving a massive 25.7 billion Swedish kroner contract with Saab. The deal covered 5 prototypes and an initial batch of 30 production aircraft. A modified Viggen was used to test the new fighter's sophisticated avionics, including its fly-by-wire system. When it came time to name the jet, Sweden held a public contest. The winning name? Gripen, Swedish for Griffin, inspired by Saab's heraldic logo. The first Gripen was unveiled on April 26, 1987, marking Saab's 50th anniversary. Its maiden flight was planned that year, but technical issues delayed the takeoff. Finally, on December 9, 1988, test pilot Stig Holmström flew the prototype for 51 minutes. The excitement didn't last long. Engineers soon discovered problems with the aircraft's flight control system, which made it challenging to handle. The worst fears came true on February 2, 1988, when test pilot Lars Rådström struggled to land the jet. The aircraft crashed, but he survived with just a broken elbow. Investigators found that the flight control software had flaws, causing the plane to respond unpredictably to pilot inputs. Determined to fix the issue, Saab teamed up with the American firm Calspan to refine the software. They tested the improvements on a modified Lockheed NT-33A, and after 15 months, Gripen flight tests resumed. Just as things seemed back on track, disaster struck again. On August 8, 1993, during a Stockholm air show, Rodeström was performing a low-altitude roll when the jet stalled. He ejected just in time as the Gripen crashed into the ground. The investigation found that rapid pilot movements caused the aircraft to overreact. Saab fine-tuned the control system once more, delaying the program but ensuring future Gripens would be safer. Despite the setbacks, Sweden pushed forward. A larger order followed the first production batch of Gripens in June 1992. This second batch included 96 single-seat JIS-39As and 14 two-seat JIS-39Bs. The two-seater was slightly longer, but had to sacrifice its cannon and reduce internal fuel storage. By April 1994, 5 prototypes and 2 production Gripens had been built, though Sweden had yet to decide on a long-range missile for the jet. More upgrades followed. In June 1997, Sweden ordered 64 enhanced Gripens, 50 single-seat JAS-39Cs, and 14 two-seat JAS-39Ds. These models, nicknamed Turbo Gripen, were designed with NATO compatibility for export sales. They featured more powerful avionics, in-flight refueling capability with retractable probes, and an onboard oxygen generating system for extended missions. In-flight refueling tests in 1998, using a Royal Air Force VC-10 tanker, confirmed that the Gripen could refuel mid-air, extending its combat range. By 2008, the final aircraft from this upgraded batch had been delivered. Despite early crashes and technical struggles, Sweden had built one of the most advanced and cost-effective fighter jets in the world. The Gripen's agility, modern avionics, and low operating costs made it an attractive choice for other nations. Today, the Gripen continues to evolve, proving that Sweden's decision to build its fighter jet was right. For decades, Saab Aerospace has set the benchmark for advanced fighter design and placed Sweden well on the military map. While countries like Russia have grabbed headlines with their Su-57s, Sweden quietly built some of the world's most capable and innovative aircraft. Saab JAS-39 Gripen, a multi-role fighter for speed, agility, and cost. It is one of the best fighter jets ever made, competing with Russian jets, but it is cheaper and easier to maintain. Its design and functionality shook the concept that smaller nations were approaching air superiority. The fact that the Gripen is less expensive to fly and maintain than their Russian counterparts, yet powerful enough to stand toe-to-toe with much bigger aircraft regarding the capability for maneuverability and rolls, gave new meaning to its existence. But Saab didn't stop there. As the Gripen has become a staple in air forces worldwide, the Swedish military has quietly been working on its next-generation fighter jet, one that dwarfs its predecessor in capability and impact. And so brings us to the present day, with Sweden taking another giant leap forward with the development of a fighter jet set to shake things up in the air defense landscape, especially in Eastern Europe, where Russia has been in a league of its own for many years. The new Saab JAS-39 Gripen E is the latest evolution of Sweden's multi-role fighter jet, a machine designed to outmaneuver, outthink, and outmatch its adversaries. Featuring state-of-the-art electronic warfare systems, advanced sensors, and the ability to operate in hostile environments with a minimum level of support, the Gripen E proves that Sweden is a rising power in modern air warfare. It is equipped with enhancements that will elevate it into the echelon of the most advanced military jets in the world, next to the American F-35 and the Russian Su-57 Felon. Unlike any of its predecessors, this new fighter features state-of-the-art stealth technology that provides a much smaller radar signature. Hence, it is very hard for enemy forces to track or engage. This stealth feature, combined with super cruise capability, meaning flying at supersonic speeds without using afterburners, gives this Swedish jet an unrivaled advantage in speed and evasion. What separates this fighter, however, is the integration of artificial intelligence within its combat systems. The aircraft will use AI-powered decision-making to assist and augment the efforts of the human pilot in observing and countering hostile threats. That means rapid reaction times with nippy bits of flying while minimizing the intellectual burden on a human pilot during dogfighting. It also has network defense capability, sharing in real time with other aircraft and ground-based defense systems, all integrated into a unified whole. That technological leap puts the new Swedish fighter in a different league from older jets like the Su-27 or F-16. The aircraft is also built for superior situational awareness, as a Gripen E also tops the list. Using the aircraft's advanced sensor fusion, enabling pilots to see a whole 360-degree battlefield that integrates other aircrafts, drones, and ground stations in real time. This puts Swedish pilots at a significant advantage over the Russian fighter jets that rely primarily on traditional radar-based tracking. The Gripen E is one of this planet's most agile fighter jets. It operates with a light frame and cutting-edge flight control systems to be able to out-around and out-maneuver some of Russia's most capable fighter. Electronic warfare and battlefield awareness combined with agility perhaps make the Gripen E a formidable opponent, one that Russia can no longer afford to ignore. Russia has held the top spot in the air power competition for a long time. Moscow created the Su-57 Felon to match America's F-22 and F-35. This jet boasts high agility and stealth qualities. But Sweden's new plane might shake up this situation. Though Russia's Su-57 is a tough opponent, Sweden's new aircraft brings in features that could test Russian air dominance in important European areas. Nobody thought Sweden would build such a cutting-edge fighter. Sweden's skill in radar jamming could render Russian air defenses useless. Its small radar signature makes it hard for Russian S-400 and S-500 air defense systems to spot an attack. Its ability to move could match the Su-57, making close-range air battles hard to predict. Recently, one of the Saab's Gripen E fighter jet prototypes was spotted with a noticeably different wing design. Saab has not officially announced this change, but recent photos of the Gripen E show that the aircraft now has a larger, more trapezoidal wing. This new shape is a departure from the original crop delta design, and some aviation experts have even compared it to Saab's older Viggen fighter, which had a distinctive double delta wing and large canards. The change appears to have been made by modifying the wing's trailing edge, replacing the original elevons, control surfaces that act as both elevators and ailerons, with larger ones. This approach allows Saab to expand the wing area without completely redesigning it. However, even though this may seem like a simple modification, it required significant adjustments to the flight control system to maintain stability and performance. Johan Segertoft, head of the Gripen business unit at Saab, explained the reason behind this modification. Early in development, we identified a way to improve Gripen's ability to carry heavier loads, which would be a big advantage for future missions. We decided to implement this enhancement as quickly as possible. Along with the wing changes, we modified the canards and updated the software. These improvements provide immediate benefits and show our ability to continually upgrade the aircraft to meet future needs. Although Segertoft mentioned adjustments to the canards, the photos released so far do not show any apparent changes in that area. However, he emphasized that adaptability is a key feature of the Gripen's design. This aircraft is built to evolve rapidly and efficiently, he said. We continuously upgrade it with new technology and improvements, some visible and some not. Fighter jets need to keep advancing to meet the demands of modern warfare. The Gripen E now has an expanded performance range and can carry heavier and more complex payloads to handle future mission requirements. Saab had considered this wing upgrade long before it was implemented. According to Segertoft, the idea was first explored using Saab's digital design techniques early in the Gripen E's development. Initial testing confirmed the benefits of the modification, and in 2021, Saab decided to make the change a permanent part of the aircraft's design. The first Gripen E with the new wing configuration took to the skies in the second half of 2021, proving that the modifications worked as planned. Currently, 16 Gripen E fighters are operating, split between Sweden and Brazil. Brazil is the first and only country outside Sweden to order the jet, and it has even established its production line to manufacture 15 of its 36 ordered aircraft. Segertoft confirmed that the revised wing is now a standard feature on all new production models for Sweden, Brazil, and future customers. The most significant advantage of this new wing design is the increased ability to carry external weapons, fuel tanks, and other equipment. Although the Gripen E could already carry heavy loads, this enhancement further improved its versatility. The jet can carry up to 4 RBS-15 anti-ship missiles, 9 air-to-air missiles, or 16 small-diameter bombs. The increased wing area could allow even more weapons to be fitted simultaneously, possibly by adjusting the pylons or using new attachment points. Expanding the combat potential of the Gripen E is also in line with Sweden's evolving defense strategy. With increasing security concerns in the region, mainly due to Russian aggression, Sweden has been working to strengthen its air force. In addition to joining NATO, the country has chosen to keep its older Gripen C/D fleet in service longer, while acquiring 60 next-generation Gripen E fighters. These upgrades ensure that the Gripen E remains a robust and adaptable aircraft, ready to meet future challenges in aerial combat. The new wing design of the Gripen E isn't just about fuel capacity. It also plays a key role in improving the jet's maneuverability. A larger wing area means better performance at lower speeds, which is especially valuable in close-range dogfights. The bigger elevons enhance pitch and roll control, making the aircraft more agile. These changes also help with general handling, particularly during takeoffs and landings, even when the jet is carrying heavy weapons or fuel loads. While improving low-speed agility wasn't the main reason for the Gripen E's new wing design, it turns out to be a significant advantage. Pilots will likely notice smoother handling and better control in demanding situations, even when the aircraft is loaded with extra fuel or advanced weapons. A similar concept has been explored for the Eurofighter Typhoon. Eurofighter developed the aerodynamic modification kit to boost the Typhoon's ability to carry heavy loads while maintaining agility. This package includes fuselage strakes, leading-edge root extensions, and larger elevons. These changes reportedly increase the wing's maximum lift by 25%, giving the Typhoon better control and maneuverability when carrying heavy weapons. The AMK package was tested on the German Eurofighter prototype IPA-7 in 2015. Airbus's head of combat aircraft systems, Kurt Rossner, explained that the goal was to enhance the Typhoon's stability and allow for new weapon configurations. If implemented, the modifications would improve the jet's turn rate, allow for tighter turns, and give pilots better nose-pointing control, particularly at low speeds. This means that even a heavily armed Typhoon could maintain strong dogfighting abilities. Despite these benefits, no country has officially added the AMK modifications to its Typhoon fleet. The Gripen E, however, will include its new wing shape as a standard feature. Sweden and Brazil, the first two customers for the jet, will be the ones to explore how much of an edge this design provides in real-world missions. It will be interesting to see how pilots use this upgrade, especially in scenarios that demand high maneuverability and heavy payload capacity. The Gripen E's redesigned wing proves that even minor aerodynamic tweaks can lead to significant improvements in performance. While it wasn't created purely for better low-speed handling, that benefit could be a game-changer in combat. Whether for dogfights, tricky landings, or heavily armed missions, this modification could make a significant difference in how the Gripen E performs in the skies. How do the Gripen E and F-16 compare in terms of adaptability, performance, and maintenance, especially in the context of the war in Ukraine? The war in Ukraine has revealed that some weapons, like long-range missiles, can be adapted to different aircraft. Western cruise missiles, for example, are likely easier to fit onto Swedish Gripens than onto Ukraine's Soviet-era MiG-29s and Su-27s. The Gripen E, a more advanced version of the jet, stands out with better avionics, stronger electronic warfare systems, and seamless compatibility with NATO technology. It's equipped with advanced sensors, network connectivity, and the ability to launch electronic attacks while defending against modern threats. One of its biggest advantages over the F-16 is its low maintenance cost and ability to take off from rough runways or even highways. The F-16, on the other hand, has been a reliable workhorse for air forces since the late 1970s. Known for its flexibility and maneuverability, it started as a lightweight fighter, but has evolved into a versatile all-weather combat aircraft. Upgrades over the years have improved its radar, avionics, and weapon systems. Like the Gripen, the F-16 can reach speeds over Mach 2 and fly up to 50,000 feet. However, its combat range is shorter, about 340 miles on internal fuel, though it can exceed 2,000 miles with external tanks. The F-16 boasts advanced features like the ANRA PG-68 radar, which can track targets over 60 miles away, and a frameless bubble canopy for better visibility. Its side-mounted control stick and fly-by-wire system make it highly agile. But the jet has a significant downside: maintenance. A recent U.S. report ranked the F-16 as one of the hardest planes to keep operational. Extensive training, around 9 months for pilots, and setting up systems for maintenance, refueling, and ammunition supply are major challenges. Ukraine hopes to integrate F-16s into its Air Force quickly, but the training required makes it a tough task. Recently, the first group of Ukrainian pilots completed F-16 training in Arizona, and another group finished maintenance training in the Netherlands. While these jets could boost Ukraine's capabilities, the road to making them fully operational won't be easy. Thanks for watching. While you are still here, click on the link on your screen to check out another of our videos. See you there.